it's back in a big way. After years of falling sales and irrelevance, Call of Duty is going back to its roots. It'll be more shocking, more morally ambiguous than ever before, with Russians so evil you wouldn't believe. Surprise! A Russian Su-25 jet, there it is, apparently bombing civilians. In the next scene, white helmets, the rescue wing of Syria's jihadist rebels, are seen helping injured civilians out of rubble, just like in their real-life propaganda reels.
The Syrian first responders who risk their lives to save others in war-torn Aleppo.
In the face of unrelenting brutality, heroes have emerged.
They have all chosen to risk their lives to save others.
Now, it's only a trailer, but something tells me we won't see the ugly side of the white helmets. I doubt we'll see them disposing of freshly executed corpses for Islamist terrorists. I doubt we'll see them waving Al-Qaeda flags as they do in real life. I doubt we'll see them staging chemical weapons attacks. What I don't doubt is that the Russians will be portrayed doing things that would put Satan himself to shame, at least going by what those who've already played the game are saying.
We saw gameplay from the perspective of a young Farah, the girl who would eventually grow up to be the commander of the rebel forces. Fleeing from the invading Russian army, Farah and her family are eventually cornered by a soldier who kills her father.
We see Karim crawling under a bed and scurrying around her house to take down a long-headed Russian soldier with little more than a screwdriver.
To be fair, it's only a game. Artistic license and all that. No relation to real-life events, people or politics. It's just a video game for young, malleable, impressionable kids, showing imaginary Russians invading, bombing civilians, murdering civilians, gassing civilians, and being killed in turn by the protagonist. And the white helmets virtually copy-pasted from CNN into Call of Duty. Coincidence. Totally.
What we say is, what defines a terrorist is in the eye of the beholder. This is not a black and white world.
Oh, so ISIS bombing an airport in Europe doesn't necessarily mean it's terrorism. That's like real life, dude. We all decide what's good and what's bad, like in previous Call of Duty games, where the player gets to massacre hundreds of Russian civilians in an airport.
No Russian.
And again, by total coincidence, Call of Duty and the Pentagon have almost identical perceptions of who is good and who is bad. What I meant by coincidence is the opposite of coincidence. Not only are Pentagon employees brought in to help design the game, but Call of Duty writers then go on to advise at the Pentagon.
We started thinking about how to change Call of Duty. We brought in a lot of outside help, military advisors, futurologists. We got together with a scenario planner from the Department of Defense, who is active in the Pentagon.
Which, of course, means nothing. It's only a game for kids. I just wonder, when will we get a modern warfare installment where the protagonist is patriotic, Middle Eastern, and fighting to rid his country of an occupying American army? What do you think those Pentagon advisors would have to say to that?
We spoke to Joe Lombardo, co-coordinator at the United National Anti-War Coalition. He claims the US military uses video games as a propaganda tool.
I think it's just part of the propaganda that comes out in various forms to get people used to war and to get people to take sides, especially young people. Propaganda comes in very many forms, and throughout my lifetime I've seen movies and Hollywood change, and I think this is preparing people for the kind of world that the U.S. military and the U.S. government want to see so they can continue their dominance military dominance and political dominance over the world. The U.S. military should stay away out of the gaming industry. They should stay out of Hollywood. They should stay out of the sports industry, but they are in all of those industries.